Greetings, peace, and blessings. Welcome back. Today I want to share with you the messages from Spirits of Nature Oracle by Dr. Stephen Farmer. I have enjoyed and appreciated his work regarding animal spirits for quite some time and appreciate his decks and the information that he shares. So I want to see what this deck is all about. So this is Discover the Magic, Communicating with the Spirits of the Natural World. And as my, spiritual beliefs resonate more so with shamanism, like decks and things pertaining to nature and animals really do speak to me. So we have a guidebook here. It says, discover the messages that the spirits in the trees, rivers, stones, and animals long to share. When you work with this oracle, you enter into a collaboration with the spirit of nature on each card, sparking your intuition to receive insights and healing. As you continue to work directly with the nature spirits, you will receive guidance along your path and feel a greater sense of connectedness to all of creation. So I think this is a 44 card deck, and inside of the guidebook there are instructions for working with the cards, and then goes into the general meaning of the cards. Let's see. Preparing your cards before a reading, storing your cards, how to give oracle card readings. So it's got a lot of information that would be helpful for someone if they're new to card reading in general. There are spreads, 3-card readings, a couple of those. I like that. A relationship spread and a cross spread. And then it talks about the general meaning of the cards. It shares the meaning and then it goes into the message. So there's actually a lot of information on each card, which I appreciate. And then it talks about the artist, whose name is Scott Bradenthal. So let's look at the cards on the back. There's the back of the cards, leaf design with a little bit of sacred geometry. And so the images are just really simple. So this is air. Oh, you can see the lady's face there. And then it has a keyword on the card. Apple tree representing abundance. Butterfly representing regeneration. Oh, I love that. Cave, initiation. Oh, this deck would go really well with the tarot of the great outdoors. Cedar tree, wisdom. That's so beautiful. Cicada, voice. These are very interesting. Cloud, imagination. Crystal quartz, focus. Dandelion, healing. Dandelions are so healing. The roots can be used to make a tea that's good for the heart. It also kind of is used as like a natural coffee for people wanting to get away from caffeine. The milk in the dandelion is good for stuff like, they're not weeds, like they are medicinal plants that grow easily. And people are like spraying toxic chemicals all over them to get them out of their yard when like it's absolute medicine and magic. This is a heat pack that I had wrapped around my neck because it was feeling a little tight. Oh my God, I love this thing. Oof, it's like a hug, a nice tight hug around my neck. So we have desert thirst, diamond radiance. Oh, it's so cute. Dolphin listening. You can see the sonar waves. Eagle vision. Oh, I love that. Earth home. Fire intensity. That's so powerful. Forest diversity. I love that. Oh, I love this one too. Honeybee community. Hurricane centered. Island detachment. I love jasmine, sensuality. Jasmine tea is really good too. Lightning breakthrough. Lotus resurrection. Moon cycles. Moss adaptability. That makes sense. Oh, love it. Mountain intention. Oak tree ancestors. Beautiful. Ocean waves. Owl intuition. Rain renewal. Rainbow beauty. Rice nourishment. River flow. Rose love. Sage purification. Sequoia tree balance. Snake shedding. Stars navigation. Sun faith. Oh my God, I love that tobacco is here. Reciprocity. Ah, oh, beautiful. A volcano release. Water lifeblood. This is so beautiful. Whew. Yeah, this is gonna work. I got tingles all over my body. This is gonna work really well with tarot for the great outdoors. I really appreciate the thoughtfulness and just like the images and what the keywords are bringing forward. I love the energy of this deck. Waterfall persistence. Wilderness untamed. And then we have wind for movement. This is so beautiful. I wasn't sure. Like, I just knew that I wanted to work with this deck. And I was thinking, like, when I saw the air card, I was like, I don't know. But once I got through the deck, I was like, okay, I get it now. The only one that I would say I didn't like, Diamond, I think could have, I don't know, been more artistic. But I think these are really beautiful, beautiful cards. There's a variety of different nature spirits in here. And yeah, it even just looking at the cards and like as I was going through the images, it gives me such a deep appreciation for the planet that we live on, and really understanding that the air, the earth, the water, like these resources are precious and they are what help us to thrive. And so we really need to, we got to take care of it, you know. But that is the messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle. I'm going to do a little bibliomancy and see what card wants to bring a message to the collective. Boom. Snake shedding. Ooh, let's see what snake represents. So I'll read the whole thing. So we'll know that just talks about the complexity. I'll just read it. There's a surprising complexity to these simple creatures, both physically and spiritually. In many belief systems and mythologies, the snake is seen as a living representation of the duality of good and evil, a deity, the soul of life, the gateway to the heavens, a healing force, or an embodiment of the underworld, bringing with it great fear and power. Symbolic representations of snakes are also prominent in various cultures throughout the world. One such example is the caduceus, an emblem with two snakes intertwined around a pole. They are firmly embedded in our collective consciousness. One of the most fascinating characteristics of snakes is that several times a year, they shed their skin in one continuous piece. Their body grows, but their skin does not, and a new layer is generated while the old is discarded like clothes that no longer fit. This process takes a few days, during which time it's important that the snake not be disturbed. Unlike the dragonfly or butterfly, there is no physical transformation from the shedding, just a bigger snake and roomier skin while the old skin gets discarded. seeing that snake showed up for us. And that is the card that made me go, ooh. Because the snake that was pictured was just so like bright and colorful and scary looking, right? But I want you to think, because snake decided to show up for us, like there's some aspect of yourself or your life that you have outgrown. And what in particular stood out is that the snakes didn't need to be disturbed during this time. So during this period, it seems that you are growing, you're changing, you're evolving, and this is probably happening internal because again, there's no massive transformation that maybe other people will notice. So there could be like a shedding of belief systems, of values, of thoughts or habits or ideas that you're making room for something bigger, something more expansive to come into your life. And I know for me, what that is representative of is like, you know, there are major changes that I've been going through and decisions and just all of these things. And it's interesting because I just knew like this was going to be the month where I wanted to like be out and be about, but like I've been tired. And I know we've just processed like massive energy with the being in eclipse season, and you know the weather is shifting here where I'm at. So there's like just a call for rest. And even yesterday I wanted to go have dinner with my friends, but I was like exhausted. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna rest. And that's what I did. And so sometimes it's in those moments when we're able to just stop and pause and withdraw a little bit, right? That we are able to grow. So let's read the message of snake. It's time to shed your skin to allow a bigger self to emerge from that which has up to now encompassed and defined you, or at least who you thought you were. You've been feeling like the old skin no longer fits, yet there's a natural tendency to cling to the false security and predictability of these familiar habits and ways of being. Whew. Listen, though it will require a period of solitude and contemplation, you're sensing an urge to wriggle out of the physical and emotional entanglements that have kept you from loosening the self-created bonds that have served their purpose up to now. This may also be a signal to shed those belongings that no longer fit who you are becoming. So one of the things that comes up for me is around friendships, or I won't even call them friendships, people that I've been connected to in the past, and not fully wanting to let go, even though I know like we are no longer operating in the same universe. And so, you know, I have to give myself grace, and I send love and say like, no, like I release this in love. I hope that you're well, but I can't go back to that. And even thinking like, what would it look like if I were to allow this person back into my life? And then I cringe because it's just like, ugh, like no, they don't fit anymore. So, you know, that's something that I need to shed, is letting go of those relationships that no longer serve me. And not because anyone is like a bad or horrible person, but we just are not in alignment, and that is okay, because who I am becoming, you know, I require more of myself and more from the people that are in my life. So those types of people no longer fit. Let me keep reading. So after a time, whether weeks or months, the self that is emerging will create new attachments and relationships, and will be even more intimately related to the natural world and spirit that expresses as these multitude of beings. I feel like for me, where I physically uprooted myself and I, you know, came to a new space to establish a new life. And for me, I feel like this is the shedding of the old life. And I've met my soul tribe. I've met some amazing people who we share the same values, the same ideals. They're healers as well in various capacities. And it's like, this is where I belong. This is who I am. And still, like I was saying, there's still that like, oh, well, what about those people from your past? And I'm like, F them people with love. But no, like they don't get to exist in my world anymore because that it's out of alignment. And so I allowed myself So this is very comforting for me to read. So, okay, let me just give y'all the message in here. It's an inevitable transition for you, one where you will still be you, yet with a greater sense of purpose and willingness to continue changing as each new era in your life presents itself. Though some struggle may precede this emergence, your trust in the process grows stronger and deeper and can totally be supported by calling on your spirit guides. So this is answering something for me, okay? Because I'm at a transitional point within my work as a massage therapist where I'm like, do I stay in the space that I am in? Do I go to a different space? Do I just go ahead and start working on opening my own space? And then it's like, okay, well, there's different options, but I know now that the uncomfortableness that I'm feeling, that is the shedding is happening. So that's very comforting for me to know that, okay, this is part of the process. I don't need to make any huge changes or decisions right now. I just need to be and tune into my wisdom. One of the practices that I started is doing letters to my higher self, to my Ori, and to my guardian angel and spirit guides. And so for that to be mentioned within the snake, it's like, I know that I am on the right path. And if you're wondering, well, what is that? Like, I don't understand. So it's just literally me writing, dear higher self, to my guardian angel, to my spirit guides, right? And then I just write to them and I tell them what's going on, what I need, what I require. I ask for signs and they show up real fast. So that's it. And I just write in my journal. You can get a different journal or just continue, because my intention, and one of the things that I'm working on for this next cycle of my 21 days to expansion is to develop a deeper relationship with my higher self, with my guardian angel, and with my spirit guides. If you're wondering what are those things, your higher self is it's like your soul self. It is the self that knows everything, that is connected into spirit. It is the best and highest version of you operating at your full capacity in alignment with divine will and good. And I'm pretty sure there's other more definitions. I'm just giving this off the top of my head. Your guardian angel, that is your guardian angel. You may have more than one, and they are there with you at all times. They are there protecting you, guiding you. Talk to them. They're there. Your spirit guides, those they're just different spiritual beings that are guiding you in your life. They could be an ancestor, or they could be anyone or thing. So there's my short version of what is your higher self, your guardian angel, and your spirit guides. Yes, there are better definitions, but I was not prepared to give a definition. So we will take it for what it is at this moment. And of course, you can always do your own research. Yeah, but you just develop a relationship with them the same way you would develop a relationship with a new friend. You have conversation with them, whether that is through meditation or through journaling, whatever feels good, right, and true for you. So there are meditations that you can do to like meet your spirit guides or meet your guardian angels. So, those are other ways of which to do that. So if you feel that this message called to you and you're going through a shedding moment, I am there with you on this evolution of myself and my life. And I will say that this message I needed. It was very nourishing and very comforting, because I was feeling all sorts of things today. So I'm glad that I was able to share this with you, and it brought me a bit of peace and comfort. I hope that it has brought you some peace and comfort. So if you would like any support, healing, guidance, any of those things, visit JavonnaTisdale.com. I offer readings, energy healings, as well as coaching sessions, have courses available, and I'm working on some other things as well to share with you, all in the purpose of helping you to live abundantly ever after pain, trauma, heartache, helping you liberate your soul, heal your body, and free your mind so that, again, you can live abundantly ever after and be your best self. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.